Hi, my name is Amia and I'm a co founder at NexDoc AI. We have seen tech founders and hardware startups use our platform to solve two of their most expensive bottlenecks. First, performing an automated prior art search to see if their idea is truly novel, and second, drafting the provisional patent itself. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how they do this. If you are a founder with a brilliant idea, your biggest enemy is the knowledge transfer tax. Patent lawyers routinely charge ten to $15,000 just to file a provisional patent. And the most expensive part isn't the law. It's the 20 plus hours of expensive interviews required just to explain your own tech to your lawyer so that they can write the detailed description. This is capital you should be spending on the product, not lawyers. But what if you could eliminate the tax completely? At NexDoc AI, we have built the blueprint technology to automate the technical deconstruction and drafting process. Let me show you how it works. Now, let's take a real world scenario. Sometimes the most valuable inventions are the simplest ones. Think of Amazon's one click buy. I also have a very simple idea. Give Singaporeans the accurate bus timings they deserve using a low cost QR code at every bus stop. But is it novel enough to patent? I don't know. Let's find out. I'm using the provisional patent architect blueprint. It just asks, what does your invention do? No legal jargon needed, and I'll explain it like I would to a friend. In Singapore, most bus stops lack real time timing displays because physical screens are expensive to install and maintain across the whole island. While transit apps exist, they require multiple steps to open and search for a specific stop, which is a significant friction point for commuters. My invention is a scan for timing system that places unique QR codes at every bus stop. A commuter simply scans the code with the phone to instantly view real time ETAs for all buses at that specific stop via a web interface, powered by the Land Transport Authority's bus arrival APIs. Beyond commuter convenience, the system provides the government with granular real time crowd analytics based on scan frequency, allowing for dynamic fleet adjustment. It solves the information gap for commuters that provides a massive cost saving alternative to physical infrastructure for the Land Transport Authority or LTA. Now there are other questions here. You can of course, share more information like diagrams, figures, meeting notes, etc. But for this idea, I don't have any other things to share. So I'll just, ignore these questions. Now let's hit generate. Now the agents take over. In the background, our specialized engineering agent reverse engineers your system architecture, while our research agent conducts an automated prior art search to determine if your idea is truly novel and patentable. Finally, our legal agent structures everything to meet strict USPTO requirements. Okay, 15 minutes later, instead of waiting, weeks for outside counsel, your first draft is ready. Let's look at the output. First, I'll open the prior art review. Let's see it. Oh wow, honestly, I'm a bit surprised. I thought this was too simple to patent, but look at this. It got a definitive go recommendation. The system identified, my dual purpose data loop as a defensible novelty. It's not just, a QR code. It's an interdependent architecture where the commuter gets their bus timing and simultaneously the government gets crowd density data without tracking anyone's identity. So the way the AI translated my basic idea into this novel implementation is honestly mind blowing. Let's actually go to the patent draft. Let me close this and open the patent draft. Okay, let's go to the patent draft to see the depth. And as I scroll through this, 13, 14 page provisional draft, you will see it has generated a full system architecture diagram. It's figure 1 and a full chart like figure 2, as well as environmental mock-up like this figure 3. As you can see, all figures are ready to be drafted in a real patent document. It even drafted the technical logic for a privacy compliant analytics using hyperlog algorithm, which is just a sophisticated mathematical way of counting crowds without storing any personal data. Of course, I didn't mention this in the initial input. It figured out that it can use an algorithm like this and added to the novelty of the IP. Finally, look at these preliminary claims. The legal agent has automatically drafted a foundational set of broad, independent, and narrow dependent claims to lock in your priority date, which is extremely important when you are filing a provisional patent. And here is where it gets incredibly powerful. What if I look at this and decide I don't want to patent this? Every Singaporean deserves this for free, right? So all I can do is just, instead of holding the IP, I can just open the side chat and just ask the chat, can you create a simple infographic to explain the concept? And maybe I'll share it with the LTA. And in seconds, it generates a beautiful infographic, as you can see. I can again go back to the chat and ask, what is the key novelty in the draft? That's a question that you have to convey to different stakeholders, and within seconds it will summarize that. Let's go through it. I think the original idea now transformed into something really interesting. So first is a dual purpose data loop. One scan delivers the ETA to commuters while simultaneously acting as a crowd density sensor for the government. Second, it's completely appless, okay, so removing download friction. Third, it's privacy preserving analytics. It counts crowds without tracking anyone's GPS. So what we have done is essentially turn a zero cost sticker, a QR code, into a $17,000 smart screen for the LTA. So once you are, of course, satisfied with the draft, of course, you can make any number of changes. You can just export the documents into a editable Word document, a printer friendly PDF, or a AI friendly markdown format. Share it with your lawyer, share it with your technical team, or you go ahead and file the provisional on your own. So if you want to stop paying the knowledge transfer tax, go to nextdoc.ai right now and request a personalized demo today.